Hola my beauties, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Girish Kaur, and in today's video I'm going to help you all figure out basically why does your makeup turn grey / ashy. This is a question I get repetitively even on my IG question sticker and or in my YouTube comments कि दी हम मेकअप तो करते हैं but थोड़े टाइम के बाद either right away it looks ashy or after a couple of hours of wear it turns ashy or sort of greyish, and I'm gonna help you all figure out first of all the why and how to avoid that, okay? But before we move on to all that, I want to first of all add some color to my face. My face kind of looks a little, you know, sort of dull, and I would love to add some winter flush in here with the Mamaearth Color Care range. So Mamaearth lately introduced their natural tinted lip balms in their Color Care range, and this is what the outer packaging looks like. They come in 5 different variants with different color options and different variants in accordance to their ingredients. It's enriched with various oils and butters that gives it that glide. It has shea butter, castor oil, coconut oil, and so many more really good ingredients that give it that hydrating effect along with that beautiful hue of color to your lips. And this is what the inner packaging looks like. Also, I really like the soft matte finish on the lip balm bullet. It's just so chic and, you know, just very pretty to carry in your bag. And trust me, as much as I love all the other shades, these two definitely have to be my favorite. The rose tinted one, and then we have the cocoa one. I'm currently wearing the rose tinted one. It gives like a soft pink hue to your lips and looks just super cute and sort of natural. Also in these winter times, what I like to do is also use this as a cheek tint sort of a situation. So I like to use the same chapstick on my cheeks as well. It gives a very beautiful healthy winter flush. Like, it looks like your cheeks are just flushed up naturally from, you know, all the cold outside. But hey, we know the truth, it's this gorgeous chapstick, and since it's a chapstick it also keeps, you know, the cheek area sort of hydrated and gives like a natural glow to it. You really got to try this one. It's the cutest hack to make you look, you know, just fresh and cuter real quick. I mean, this sure is my favorite hack ever. Gives the most natural flush of color. So pretty. Also, as much as I love the pink one, I also really like the cocoa one. If you know me, you know already how much of a coffee addict I am. Like, just I'm a coffee lover, dude. And this smells of freshly ground coffee, like delicious cup of morning coffee. And I love it even more for that particular scent, and certainly it's a beautiful color nevertheless. So yeah, these babies will ensure this winter that your lips are never chapped, your cheeks are never out of flush. And to shop these, you can check out Mamaearth, Nykaa, Amazon and Purple. Also, to get a beautiful discount off your purchase, use code GIRISH2021 and save some money, honey. Additionally, in specific, why I would recommend you to purchase from Mamaearth is because first of all, it's an Indian brand and is a plastic positive Indian brand. They recycle more plastic than they consume. Also, as a part of the Plant Goodness initiative, Mamaearth basically links your order to a tree that they plant, and by 2025 they're aiming to plant 1 million trees. Isn't that such a great initiative? So definitely do purchase along them. Don't forget to use my discount code, and yeah, happy shopping. I don't know why I did that, but without any further ado, let's get started with the video, shall we? First things first, you have to do your basic CTM before putting on makeup. Like, if you are not doing any skincare and putting on makeup on bare skin, please don't do makeup only. You really have to take this seriously and prep your skin for all that makeup shebang. Otherwise your skin will just end up looking ashy or patchy or just cracky and nothing good, okay? So you have to, you know, go ahead with a basic moisturizer to say the least. Wash your face on cleansed face. Use a good amount of moisturizer to really hydrate your skin. You definitely don't want a cracky base, so to ensure that hydrate your skin well, use a moisturizer of your choice and according to your skin type. Further moving ahead, don't forget to prime your skin again in accordance to your skin type. I have seen so many people even with like dry skin using really mattifying and pore filling primers, whereas girl, you barely got any pore issue going on. So it really has to be in accordance with your skin concerns and with your skin type. Again, honestly, I don't have a major pore issue, like a major visible pore issue as such. So my preferred kind of primers are hydrating and tacky primers, which will help my base stick to the skin, which will help the foundation stick to the skin and give it a nice glide overall. So I personally prefer hydrating and tacky primers, but if you have more of an oilier skin type, go ahead, feel free to use your, you know, pore filling and mattifying primers, okay? So once you've followed for these 2 steps, kindly wait for just a couple of minutes, just 2 minutes on your watch. Wait for 2 minutes before applying your foundation. Allow the primer to sit in well. So what a primer really does is it creates that barrier between your natural skin oils and the foundation. So when you're not using a moisturizer or primer and or both before, you know, going ahead with your foundation, you're basically allowing the natural skin oils to intermingle with the pigments of the foundation, and what it does is leading to either oxidization of the foundation, that is making it look darker, and or making it look ashier or gray. Okay, so mind that, do not skip skin prep. So once we're done with the more skincare, skin prep side of things, now moving on to the actual makeup, yo. And as people of color, you and I, brown, we all are brown people. We all, I mean, I'm assuming majority of my audience is. So as people of color, we do have hyperpigmentation, and it's just something so natural to us all, right? And just as humans do it, we all have acne scars or hyperpigmentation that if and when they peek through, they also make your base look sort of ashy and, you know, grayish. So the best way to mask over your scarring or hyperpigmentation is to go ahead with color correction. And by color correction, by no means I mean using a stark red or a stark freaking orange concealer. I mean, I barely see the point of those, to be very honest with you. Use a tiny amount of color corrector. If you're my skin tone, go ahead with a peach color corrector. If you're someone darker than my skin tone and or have a more of a severe hyperpigmentation, maybe, you know, underneath your eyes and or around your mouth, that's where most of us people of color have the pigmentation issue majorly. Again, you can have it around your forehead and or here towards the contour regions. So as per your, again, hyperpigmentation, go ahead with, if you're my skin, again, a peach color corrector, a lighter one would do. If you're darker than me, if you're slightly deeper than me, then feel free to use a deeper color corrector. Don't go ahead with a bright orange, go ahead with a muted orange and use the tiniest amount, and make sure you're using concentrated blending. Don't just blend it all over your face. फिर तुम्हारे पूरे face पे orange या peach हो गया तो वो भी base के through peak करेगा, right? You have to make sure that you're concentrating you know, the color correction blending to that area. Use a stiff blending brush and or a blender and only buff the edges. Place it where you need it. Spot पे बिल्कुल place करो and उसके आसपास just, you know, sort of blend the edges of it and you're literally done. And if you feel that your peach or orange color corrector usually peeks through the foundation, because I've also seen some people, you know, say that why I don't like using a color corrector, because my foundation, you know, it kind of peeks through my foundation. Foundation se dikhta hai or whatever, okay? So what you can do is basically go ahead with a concealer that is 2 shades darker than your skin tone. Trust me, this one always works like a charm. Use a concealer shade that's 2 shades darker than your skin tone. Again, use the same color correcting method, use spot correction and put on your layer of foundation. It will be flawless as it could get, I swear. And third of all the reasons why your base looks ashy or gray is you're using a foundation or a concealer shade that's too light for your skin, mama. As people of color, I don't know still why, but I see many women go ahead with a foundation or a concealer shade that's way too light for them. Okay, first of all, your foundation should be either your exact shade or maybe just 1 shade darker. You can go ahead with the brightening effect if you want in the centers of your face with a concealer. Don't use a foundation to make yourself fair. That's not the point. You're just gonna end up looking ghostly like her sis, and we certainly don't want that. We certainly don't want flashback Nancy here. We want a flawless, gorgeous brown beauty here, and to achieve that look, go ahead with the foundation that's either exactly your skin tone or maybe just a shade darker. Trust me, it works like a charm. And if you're confused, and if you're someone who struggles with choosing your correct foundation shade, check out this video right here. I made it long back, kinda underappreciated, but it has a lot of information to say the least, and that will help you, I suppose. Following the same shade range will a department, your undertone is also very important. If you're someone with a warm undertone and you go ahead with a foundation that's either too neutral or too cool toned, it will make you look kind of off, you know, maybe slightly ashy, but just kind of off and not just matching, and just because your foundation has to sit on your skin like just mesh and melt into your skin. So that would not be the deed if your foundation is the wrong undertone. Again, to know more about undertones, the same video right here, go watch it. Like, I really recommend that, because otherwise I'll be just literally repeating the same information. Regardlessly, if you have a warm undertone, go ahead with the foundation that is a warm undertone one. In that video I explain how to check your undertone and or how to match the correct foundation in store or online, so definitely recommending that, followed by the fact that use an oil-free foundations. So basically, the foundations that are oil-based foundations are too heavy on the oils. They tend to oxidize, not really in specific turn ashy or gray, but just tend to oxidize on your skin, so to make you maybe look more orangier or more red, as in instead of ashy or gray. But that is not a cute look either, right? So, you know, just avoid foundations that are oil-based foundations. Go for an oil-free foundation and you'll be good to go. And next up, yes, over powdering. Oh my god, I've seen so many people also over powdering with a ghostly freaking white powder, like white, not translucent, white in your face freaking white powder. I don't know why, just in general not a fan of white translucent powders. I personally prefer to use powders with a slight skin tint and or banana powders. I believe and in general I believe on people of color those powders really sit better as compared to a white translucent powder, in my opinion. Again, don't over powder, only set your face as and when and where required. Also, especially if you're attending a night event or a late evening party, you dare not put a white translucent powder. It's gonna give you one of the worst flashbacks ever. Always go ahead with either skin tint compact, like a compact with skin color, or banana powder. That's gonna make your face look beautiful and just set and blur it out a tad bit. But yeah, just kind of avoid the white powders, okay? Lastly, it's gonna be sort of a surprise. As much as I love to promote, dare you not you know, skip your SPF. Please skip your SPF if you're going for a night or evening event. First of all, you don't really need it in the evening or night. Second of all, the ingredients in an SPF, the ingredients in a sunscreen are gonna give you the worst flashback on the planet. So basically, all sunscreens contain ingredients like talcum powder, titanium oxide, zinc oxide and mica, which literally is the combination and the formulation to just flashback Nancy, and we certainly don't want that. So a sunscreen for your evening or night events is a big no-no, and that's how you prevent flashback Nancy and look a gorgeous, flawless, beautiful brown woman again. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope these tips really helped you to up your base game, and or if they did, please let me know in the comments below. That's all for today. I'll see you in my next one.